Read all about it, read all about it. Another body found in Plumstead Marshes. Scotland Yard baffled.
Evening news. House of Commons denies the petition to give the vote to women. Suffragettes riot outside the British Museum.
Scores robbed by unknown assailants outside British Museum.
London, still gripped by the outbreak of crime and violence.
Wedding of the Prince of Bohemia and Russian royalty grows near.
Unexplained buildup of armaments along the Austrian border. Evening news.
Munitions stocks skyrocket. Europe on the verge of war.
Queen Victoria switches her brand of teeth. Read all about it. Read all about it.
Another body found in Plumstead Marshes. Public is asking, why doesn't Sherlock Holmes do something? Read all about it. Read all about it. Wedding of the Prince of Bohemia.
Get here. Never you mind about Mrs. Bassick. She knows what she's about.
Hope the bodies didn't get her outside the British Museum. Lordy, what a time that was.
All them fancy ladies and gentlemen watching our suffragette riot, never realizing they was getting their pockets picked and their pretty jewels lifted.
Mrs. Bassick says we may bankrupt half the insurance firms in London.
Half, all.
Here she comes.
Both here?
Good.
You look all done in.
It's the professor. He's in a strange way.
How so?
Very preoccupied, my dear. Very preoccupied.
And what's the game tonight?
Can't say for sure, but we're using this warehouse. So close to Plumstead Marshes. My guess is we play a game of murder.
If the professor doesn't stop dropping people in water, he's gonna clog the sewers.
Careful, someone's coming.
Professor Moriarty? You in here?
No one but a suffragette mice, Mr. Prince.
Scared me half to death. You did, Miss Bassick? Your heart's racing.
Sit down.
Gladly.
Weren't seen, were you?
No. Mind if I light me pipe?
No!
Now what?
You might throw the match on the floor.
What of it?
We're over gas lines. They're old. They leak.
Now that you mention it, I can smell gas.
Dangerous stuff. Deadly.
You might say we're in a gas chamber. So no matches.
Amen to that.
Who's that?
Should be Gas House Gertie.
It's her. Can't mistake that one.
Greetings, one and all.
Did you bring it?
Course I did. One of me finest, too.
Well, bring it over here. Let's see it.
What's that wicked looking thing?
It's a time bomb, dearie. Ain't it lovely?
Ain't the sort of thing I want to find in my Christmas stocking.
What's the professor going to do with that?
What's it for?
All in good time.
Is he there all the time, Professor?
I shall be brief.
It's me finest piece of work, Professor.
That better be Gas House Gertie.
Or,
This trap door beneath my shoe drops into the slimy marsh.
you can trust me workmanship, Professor. I stand by me products.
Trust. Trust? That is no word to use to Moriarty. Time.
5 minutes leeway, once it's set.
If that goes off from here, it'll look like the tidal wave at the marsh.
Precisely.
Who's it to be, Professor?
Young Sherlock Holmes.
He's a big fish, that one.
They won't be able to stop up Holmes with the blotter.
Who's that?
According to my schedule, it will be Mr. James Larrabee.
Had a hard time finding the place.
Leave us. Stand ready for when you're needed.
This way.
You sent the letters to Holmes as ordered.
I did. Telling him to meet me here at midnight. Will he come?
He must produce those letters for his client or else suffer irreparable damage to his reputation. Holmes has one fault that will trip him.
What's that?
Vanity. Once you have your money, give 3 short whistles.
Not sure I can do that. I can manage one, but 3 takes talent.
Use this.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
Not now, you cretin! When you finish with Holmes!
Beg pardon?
Mrs. Bassick will know what to do.
Sid!
Here, Professor, at your service.
You'll stand guard by the alley. When young Holmes nears, signal with a bird call.
Bird call?
Go, go, go! Coo, coo! Coo?
I'm your man, Professor.
Good luck, Larrabee.
What if Holmes tries something? What if he rings the police? Oh. Creepy old warehouse. Turns my blood to ice water. I don't like that Professor Moriarty. Too spooky for my taste. Huh? Holmes! You!
What is this place? It smells of a gas leak.
Oh, delicate thing, aren't you, Alice? At the moment, it's my place of business. How did you get here?
I followed you in a cab.
What are you going to do? Inform the police?
I know what you're up to if that's your business. You're going to sell counterfeit letters to Mr. Holmes. Or try to.
Oh, we're going to warn him, eh?
I will not let him be swindled and deceived.
How do you plan to stop me?
I could buy you off.
Why should you be protective of Sherlock Holmes?
That is my affair.
An affair of the heart, maybe? You placed yourself in danger coming here.
How much will you give?
The real letters.
Have you got them with you?
No, but I can get them.
Oh, you think he's your friend, don't you? He's not. Otherwise, he would be coming here to buy the letters.
Fake letters.
He doesn't know that.
Before he'd buy any letters, he'd ask my permission.
He won't get the chance.
And who's going to stop me? You?
You'll see.
What's that for?
You'll see.
What villainy is this?
Tie her up and gag her.
No! No! Don't struggle, dearie. It'll make me irritated. Wait! I'll tell you where the real letters are.
Don't trust her?
Just promise not to go on with this.
It's too late. Holmes will be here any minute now. You know what to do.
No! Have you no shame?
Can't afford it. Make sure she can't cry out.
We know our business, Mr. Larrabee.
You do what the professor said, and there won't be any problems.
Finish.
Neat and tidy.
Nice scheme all falling to pieces. Huh? Has to be Holmes!
I wish I could understand why the criminal element so fancies the Plumstead marshes.
The West India docks are too public.
Water rats favor these marshes. Perhaps that's the connection.
Never shy with the insult, are you, Mr. Holmes?
Not where rogues are concerned.
Got my message, I see.
Obviously.
I picked this place because it was neutral territory.
Rubbish. It's one of Moriarty's caves. I've been here on other occasions, dealing with riffraff.
Moriarty? Never heard of him.
As a liar, you're a rank amateur, Mr. Larrabee.
I told you I've never heard of Moriarty.
I'm here to discuss letters.
They're sitting right in front of you, Mr. Holmes.
Miss Faulkner has consented to this sale. On the contrary, I would say Miss Faulkner knows nothing of this affair, so let us omit her name from our discussion.
What makes you think she's in the dark?
Your every look, tone, gesture.
You think you can read me like a book?
A children's book. Get on with it.
How much will you give?
£1,000.
Fine.
I've brought the sum with me.
I won't take less than 5, I tell you.
My time is quite as limited as yours. £1,000. If you desire to sell at this figure, advise me at once. Otherwise, I shall bid you a good evening.
Will you give me 2?
1.
Oh, I quibble. £1,000 it is.
My letters?
paid for and delivered.
Now I've got you, Larrabee. You'll have 10 years for robbery.
Robbery?
These letters.
You don't even have a witness.
Miss Faulkner herself. I saw her enter this warehouse and intermingle with the odor of escaping gas. It's the unmistakable scent of jasmine. Where are you hiding her?
Don't mind that. It's the water rat.
When you're behind bars, the professor will have lost one more incompetent crook.
Think so?
A whistle? It's theatrical, isn't it?
Now who's got the upper hand?
I warn you, I learned uncommon fighting techniques in the Orient. My hands and feet are deadly.
I'll talk. We've got it pinned down.
Play it safe. Bring out the girl.
Give us any trouble, Mr. Holmes? And the girl goes first.
You can't be trusted, Mr. Holmes.
Can't be trusted, Mr. Holmes.
I recognize the lot. Mrs. Bassett and her gang of counterfeit suffragettes, Sid Prince, and the destructive gas house Skirty.
What are you waiting for? Tie him up!
It's not difficult to imagine who is at the bottom of this.
He knows about the professor.
No matter. Anyway, the professor's a gent. He gave me a message for you.
Indeed.
He presented his kindest compliments and wishes you a pleasant journey. Journey? What is she talking about, Mr. Holmes? A pleasant journey to the other side.
He had me whip up a little bon voyage gift. Ain't it pretty?
It's a bomb!
Oh, I hope so, dearie. That's what it's supposed to be.
5 minutes?
I'll set the timer. Just like putting an egg.
Come on. Let's get out of here.
Glad to see the last of you, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Those ropes tight?
They can't get their hands on those knots.
We're doomed!
Courage, Miss Faulkner. Courage.
You can all stay and chit-chat if you want. I'm traveling.
I'm with you, Sid.
The great detective, blown to bits in the Plumstead marshes.
Who is this professor they speak of?
The most evil man in London. I suspect, Miss Faulkner, he wishes the marriage to take place. That is why he has taken an interest in the letters.
I don't understand. 4 minutes.
If the marriage takes place, he can then produce the letters, proving that Prince Karl married under a cloud, that he employed deception.
Go on.
This affront to the honor of the Russian royal family will demand satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
War.
War. 3 minutes.
This would then put the professor in a position of unbelievable power. Since he controls the munitions cartel, that's the scheme. Count on it.
Incredible.
Miss Faulkner, your poor sister met your demise not as you believe, but at the hands of a hired assassin.
Can I believe that? 2.5 minutes.
I know Moriarty's methods.
Although we will soon be going out together, I feel I hardly know you. You're here, doomed, because of me. I cannot help but feel responsible.
These things happen.
If only you stayed out of the case.
When Moriarty is involved, matters demand my presence. 2 minutes.
Then this is goodbye.
Nonsense. I shall free myself from these bonds and survive.
How?
In Tibet, I studied the ancient thought concentration of the monks. They had amazing power to shrink their hands through intense meditation.
Meditation? You haven't time. Please hurry, Mr. Holmes. Please. There's not much time left. Oh, do hurry, Mr. Holmes. Please. It's too late!
Never!
Thank heavens!
It's all in the inhalation. Proper breathing is a great boon to mankind. It's a pity so few men and women know how to breathe properly. That and concentration, of course.
Do you think you could hurry along, Mr. Holmes?
Meditation never fails.
I'll have to try sometime, but not now.
You are a brave young woman, Miss Faulkner.
Right now I'm a very frightened young woman. We must escape!
After you, Miss Faulkner.
There are only seconds left!
41 to be precise.